Hi folks, it's Gary here with your Blue Nose Bulletin for Wednesday the 10th of July here on the 4th Officials YouTube channel. Very warm welcome and thank you for joining us once again. On today's show, we've got all the latest transfer news in and out of Rangers and the latest on Rangers pre-season training camp out in the Netherlands. Now, the top story coming out of the papers this morning is Football Scotland were reporting that Rangers had scouts in attendance at Motherwell's pre-season friendly against Livingston at the weekend, where Lennon Miller, one of the nominees for Scotland's Young Player of the Year last season, was in pivotal form for the Steelmen, scoring a goal in a 2-1 win over Livingston in a pre-season bounce game. Rangers very much accredited with an interest in the young Scotland under-21 international, and Miller, who has just 1 year left on his deal at Motherwell, very similar to the situation that Motherwell found themselves in with David Turnbull a few seasons ago when he moved to Celtic. Now, having already got Connor Barron in the door, I think it's well known that Rangers are looking at all the best talent in Scotland, and at the weekend there was a release put out in terms of the action plan for Niels Coppin and the recruitment team, who very much have an attention to detail with regards to the latest kind of young Scottish talent and looking to try and secure them for Rangers. So it doesn't surprise me at all that Miller is one that Rangers are looking at. Whether or not they are at the stage of looking to do a deal to bring him in, and obviously given the competition that Rangers have got in that position at the moment, with Diamande, Connor Barron, who we've already mentioned, and all the kind of number 10s that we spoke about on the Patreon site at the weekend, likes of Cantwell and Yanis Hadji, Tom Lawrence. So lots of options, I think, for Rangers in the midfield at the moment. I think they're very open to doing some business out the way in terms of getting some of them moved on, and that may well free up not only some funds but space in the squad also for Rangers to maybe go and make a formal offer for Lennon Miller. Now, it's my understanding that it's not just Rangers that are accredited with an interest in Lennon Miller, so will be competitive like it was for Connor Barron, but interesting to know that they're certainly in the market for him. And we'll watch that with interest over the coming days. One deal that has definitely been done was confirmed today, and that is the sale of Rangers' young goalkeeper Robby McCrorie, who has joined Kilmarnock on a 2-year deal for an undisclosed fee. Now, we reported earlier on in the window that Robbie McCrorie was looking to move on from Rangers during this window due to him being in the final year of his contract, and first team football's very much been at a little bit of a premium for Robbie McCrorie of late, especially given the form of Jack Butland last season, and having seen Rangers bringing in Liam Kelly this pre-season, very much appeared that Robbie McCrorie was going to be allowed to leave the club, and that deal has now been done, as I say, for an undisclosed fee. Now, it was reported previously that Rangers had valued Robbie McCrorie in and around the kind of £500,000 mark. Now, that would be a big fee, obviously, for Kilmarnock to pay, and it's my understanding that there is quite a kind of heavily weighted add-ons and sell-ons and lots of kind of clauses in that deal that will see Rangers make money again in the future should Robbie McCrorie move on from Rugby Park. But it's a great opportunity for McCrorie to obviously try and establish himself, get some first-team football. Obviously, Kilmarnock have lost Will Dennis, who's gone back to Bournemouth, who was on loan last season. They did very well for them, obviously helping them secure European football and a qualifier with the Belgian side, Cercle Bruges, coming up in the coming weeks. So good opportunity for McCrorie to get some game time and look to try and secure a place back in the Scotland squad. So yeah, we'll watch that with interest, but good luck to Robbie McCrorie. That deal has been done. Still no concrete manoeuvre yet for Scott Wright. Now, we reported last week that Sheffield Wednesday were very close to sealing a deal for Scott Wright. Now, it was reported earlier on this week that there was a medical booked for Scott Wright. Now, he currently is in the Netherlands with the rest of the Rangers squad at the moment in pre-season training. But like Robbie McCrorie, should that deal get completed, then he'll obviously leave Holland and travel back to the UK. And I very much expect Scott Wright not to be a Rangers player come the next few days. We'll watch and kind of wait for that to be confirmed. Nothing yet with regards to James Tavernier, Connor Goldson's situation with regards to Saudi interest, but that window does open a week today on the 17th of July, so maybe that will see a bit more movement with regards to those two, and obviously Todd Cantwell as well, who had been reported to have some interest from Saudi Arabia. Now, finally, on today's show, a little bit of news regarding today's closed doors friendly with Standard Liège during Rangers pre-season training camp out in the Netherlands. Now, Rangers fielded a team of two different sets of players in the first half and the second half, giving minutes for returning players from injury such as Oscar Cortez, debuts for the likes of Connor Barron and Yefty, but in the end, it wasn't enough, and it was a goalless draw. Closest Rangers coming to breaking the deadlock was a shot towards the end of the game where Alec Lowry striking the Standard Liège post. But at this stage of pre-season, it's very much about getting minutes and legs, trying to kind of get the players back into kind of match fitness, and there'll be a much bigger test on Saturday with the friendly against Ajax before Rangers complete their pre-season with matches against Birmingham City, Manchester United and Union Berlin. Coverage of all of those matches will be here on our fourth official Patreon site, so we'll look forward to bringing that to you. If we can also direct your attention towards our latest show that dropped on our Patreon channel over the course of the last couple of days, myself and Mitch looked at Rangers options in the number 10 position, and we also had an exclusive interview with Hamilton Academical's women's team manager Robert Watson, looking at the SWPL restructuring for the season ahead. Really interesting chat, and I hope you've had the opportunity to check that out on our Patreon channel. That will do us for today. We'll speak to you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.